Okay, so the year is 2022. Do we have screens built into our glasses like this? Do we control our whole houses with giant touchscreen panels like this? Does the government give us 12 hours a year where we're allowed to commit any violent crime we can think of? Like this?
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge.
My name is Alex, and I live in the future. This is my series where I watch movies from the past, set in the present year, to see how well they did at predicting what 2022 would look like. And this week, because it's spooky month, I watched The Purge, the 2013 film starring Ethan Hawke, who you may know from White Fang 2, The Myth of the White Wolf. The year is 2022, and for reasons that I do not know, because this movie did not bother to explain, and there is no way I'm ever going to watch this prequel where they finally got around to explaining why, the United States has implemented a purge, which is for 12 hours, once a year, everyone can commit every crime that they want. Just all crime is fine, it's cool, especially the violent ones. In fact, only exclusively the violent ones. The movie posits this would help everybody release their tension and anger, and what it would actually do is just give everybody PTSD and permanent sadness. Our main guy is Ethan Hawke, who sells Purge security systems, but then he himself becomes the target of some big Purge energy from a guy who looks the exact same amount of creepiness with and without a mask. So Ethan and his family try to avoid getting purged, and these people are like, no, please let us purge you. And then they're like, no, don't purge us. We don't like to be purged. And then the neighbors come over and they're like, you can't purge our friends. Only we can purge our friends. So then the family parks the bus, they run out the clock, not as many people get purged as some of the other people would have liked, and then just everything is awkward at barbecues for the rest of the year, I guess? Anyway, the entire thing takes place in one house that is being purged because it was a low-budget movie and all they wanted to spend money on was the cost of getting fake blood out of an Airbnb couch. There's almost no technology in this movie, so the main thing to look at is whether or not there is a purge in 2022. There is not. Game over, minus 1,000,000 points. The movie is not good at predicting the future. But this movie is also incredibly bad at showing how humans behave ever in any situation. These are some of the most bizarre, unrealistic characters I could ever imagine. Like this.
Guys, look what time it is.
Oh, well, it's later than I thought. All right. Time for lockdown.
People start brining turkeys a week in advance for Thanksgiving. I don't know, maybe let's batten down the hatches an hour early. We don't have to wait till it's exactly purge o'clock before we lock the doors. And these are rich people, right? Like, I get if you work at Starbucks and your boss is like, yeah, I'm not letting you out early just because it's purge day. You know, maybe you get time and a half if you have to work through the night. And we know there are bosses who would be like, look, I don't care that it's purge, you're on the schedule, either use PTO or this is an unexcused absence. But these are people who could take the day off and just like get ready. Also, they would leave. All the rich people would just leave. No one would hang around and just lock the doors during Ted Cruz left the country when it got a little chilly in Texas. You don't think he would be in Cancun the entire purge month? But the most insane character thing about this whole movie is that everyone acts like if you purge someone on purge, not only is it legal, but also no one can be mad at you, which just isn't true. There are plenty of things you can do that are technically legal that people will still be mad at you for. Like lick a dollar bill before you give it to a cashier. Legal in every state, right? But no one likes you. Or like this idiot. He decides to purge his girlfriend's dad because she doesn't want them dating. And you know what that would be if you purged your girlfriend's dad? That would be a fight. She's not going to be like, well, it is technically legal. I can't stay mad at you. That's the rules of purge. No, you were absolutely in the doghouse if you purge her father. But the thing that really irritates me about this movie is that all crimes are legal for 12 hours, and the only crimes that anybody in the movie does are the violent ones. Like, if you just made all crimes legal, I don't think violence would be on my top 100 crimes I'd like to do today. There's so many things I'd rather do. I'm gonna fire up BitTorrent, I'm gonna download every movie and TV show from the last year, and then just watch them all this year and not get any nasty letters from Comcast. I'm gonna park really close to a stop sign. I'm gonna get so many Kinder Eggs. Oh, it's gonna be Kinder Egg City that night. And then when I pay for those Kinder Eggs at the gas station, I'm gonna lick all my dollar bills before I give them to the clerk, and I'm like, you can't stay mad at me, it's Purge. The final score for futurism in this movie is a 9 on the pain scale. No, you shouldn't watch it. The premise is interesting. It's fun to like think about the purge and talk about the purge maybe, but somehow the movie is much worse than just having the premise exist. So I'm glad they made the movie so we can talk about the purge, but you should not watch the movie. This is a better time you're having right now. Go talk to your friends about all the laws you'd break on purge night that aren't violent. That'd be fun, way more fun than watching the movie. But if I haven't convinced you yet, let me add a couple more details about how just bonkers these characters are. So this is a conversation hours before the purge.
What is it? What's bothering you? tonight, isn't it?
Me, an empath. Are you feeling upset because everyone in the country might die tonight, including yourself? There's a couple of design elements in this house that you need to see. Number one, these are 2 ketchups from the same brand in different size jars. There are 2 mustards of the same brand, different size jars. 2 pasta sauces, same brand, different size jars. That's weird. I don't like you. Too much ketchup. Number 2, they have a jar of golf balls. Unlikable. I don't care if you get purged. I don't like you in your golf ball jar. But then this is the weirdest one, which is a fishbowl full of Dominoes. Who would do this? What family member went to the store and bought 12 sets of Dominoes, decanted them into a fishbowl, and then put them on the side table as if they wanted everyone who passed by to be like, wow, this family knows how to have fun. These are not interesting or real people. I don't like them. I don't care what happens to them. I hope they all get purged. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've gone on too long. I need to get going. My car is parked right in front of a stop sign. So thanks for watching.